NASCAR 23 never even got out of the design phase. The design phase. Not even beta testing or cars on track or the tracks even being made fully or the models of the cars being made. The design phase. And remember, NASCAR 21 Ignition was released 18 months ago. And the next game is not even out of the design phase. Another day, more disappointment. Guys, before we go any further, rest in peace to my channel. With no new NASCAR gaming content coming out for the foreseeable future, my channel will die. I will die. In the arms of the angel. I will turn into dust. I will float up into the air, and then I will God will turn me into moisture, and then I'll become a cloud, and then I will rain, and I will land on your face, and then I will evaporate and go back into the clouds, and my life forever from now on will be as vapor, and then turning into liquid from the clouds, and then falling onto you, and then turning back into vapor, and then turning back into rain and water again. So yeah, that's going to be my life now. Now that there's going to be no NASCAR game for the foreseeable future. That's that. My channel's done, and it's been a nice ride, guys. Hopefully everyone stays subscribed just to show that we have 72,000 subscribers, and hopefully that, the numbers just mean something, Yeah. As you can tell, I'm freaking pissed. I've been pissed. I've been pissed for a long time. I just have been able to stay relatively calm because I'm a relatively calm person, and my life is pretty good. I'm pretty happy, so I'm fine. But I'm pissed. So today I'm going to be giving you guys some scenarios. I'll be reading the comments down below as well. Pick one of these scenarios, okay? And we'll explain later in the video. We also talk about IndyCar real quick as well because of that game, but explain real quick in the video. This is your options, okay? I can't give you hopes and dreams because we're not getting a game this year. It's just that simple. So I cannot give the option of, oh, there's going to be a NASCAR 23. It's not going to happen. So NASCAR 24 or 25. Yes, I don't even trust them to get a game out in 2024. I don't. So NASCAR 24 or 25. Probably more likely at this point 25. Maybe not even 25. 26. Maybe. If NASCAR just decides to just not care about their console games. It'll just be 26. With Motorsport games, that's option number one. That's what you can do. You just keep waiting on them. Do they fold? Do they not fold? Do they make the game? Do they not make the game? Whatever. Option number two, and then we get into pipe dreams because I don't know if this is ever going to happen. But NASCAR pulls out of the exclusive licensing deal, which they're not going to do because obviously they get money. And someone else can make it, but it's going to take another 4 years. Right, so you won't get a new NASCAR game until 2027, 2028, something like that. Because let's say someone else gets a licensing agreement and then they have to start making the game. It will take 3 to 4 years. So, yeah, that's option number two. At that point, I'll be 30. So, yep, rest in peace on my YouTube channel. That's how it's going to be. What a dire situation I'm just thinking of right now. Option number three, Motorsport Games folds down. And it goes to Monster Games again, the guys who made NASCAR Heat, the NASCAR Heat series. They have the Unity engine running, and they're able to build a NASCAR game within 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. So would that be an option to you guys? It goes back to Monster Games, again, the guys who made the NASCAR Heat series with input from iRacing. So iRacing would put in some input, but it would mostly be Monster Games. And they release a NASCAR game on Unity engine, kind of back to square one in 2 years' time. So end of 2025, early 2026, something like that. That's the third option, and that's really all the options I can see. Or option number four, we just never get any more NASCAR games, and that'll be it. Just iRacing only. No more NASCAR console games ever again. Option number four. Let me know what option you pick from those. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Motorsport Games comes out of the game in 24 or 25, and they don't fold. Or they fold, and a new company takes it over, but it'll be 4 years until the game. Or they fold, and the licensing goes away, and it goes back to Monster Games. And because Monster Games has recent history with NASCAR, they're able to pull something out within 2 years. And get something out there. Or number 4, you don't get anything, like at all. And it's iRacing only. Just invest in a computer, invest in a wheel, invest in a monthly, yearly, or 3-month membership, and iRacing. And then get yelled at in official races for being trash, but, because you're not good enough, apparently. So, yeah, which option do you want? This is depressing. And this is sad. This is genuinely just sad. I'm just really annoyed, ticked off, sad, pissed off. Like, what can you do? I'm just chilling. I mean, what can you do? And it's a little bit annoying because it's just taking too much time. I was patient long enough. Guys, I want to point out that the last time I had a lot of fun on a NASCAR console game online with friends was NASCAR 09. That was almost 15 years ago. Okay? Not NASCAR Inside Line. Not NASCAR 14. Not NASCAR Heat 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not just a recent thing with motorsport games. This is overall frustration with it's becoming really, I'm becoming really frustrated. All right? The last really good NASCAR console game, in my opinion, like really good, was NASCAR Chase for the Cup, 2005, 18 years ago. I'm not talking about good, like Inside Line, or decent/good, like NASCAR 14. Those Technics games, don't look back on them with glowing eyes. They had a lot of bugs. They had a lot of issues. The online would crash a lot. They were not great. The last great NASCAR game was back from 2005. I think made in 2004. And you know why? Because you can play that right now. So you can see it for yourself. Get a Dolphin emulator. Get PCSX2. Go play the Thunder games. Go play 2005 Chase of the Cup. Those are great games. Those are great games. Great NASCAR games. 18 years. It's just not acceptable. Since I've started a YouTube channel, I've gone through NASCAR Heat Evolution, one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. NASCAR Heat 2, a little bit better, but still not top quality because it was basically being made by 12 people and they didn't have enough funding and didn't have enough resources. And then NASCAR Heat 3, and then NASCAR Heat 4, and then NASCAR Heat 4 was the last time they really changed anything because then Motorsport Games comes in, and NASCAR Heat 5. That's 5 years right there, and you don't really have a great game in any of them. And NASCAR Heat 5 is a copy and paste. And then you have NASCAR, and then you have like a year of basically no games, and NASCAR 21 Ignition comes out, and it's completely broken. And then you come to 2022, and there's no games. And then you come to 2023, and there's no games. And then you'll go to 2024, and there'll probably be no games. Like, how bad can it actually get? This is getting really frustrating. And it gets even more annoying. IndyCar disappointed by delay of video game, but aiming to launch a start of 2024. Okay, fine. Listen, motorsport games, they don't want to make the game, or they have an issue making the games. All right, there's two sides to this. It's also IndyCar and NASCAR that's starting to piss me off now because I'm starting to get annoyed, really. An IndyCar executive. This was an article released today by Nate Ryan, right here. See, Nate Ryan, NBC. So they're on it. Like, there's no official announcement from Motorsport Games, just from the earnings call, but it's delayed. Like, you can guarantee that. An IndyCar executive, I have to be careful because there's advertisements going on for motocross down there. An IndyCar executive said there's absolutely disappointment that its long-awaited video game recently was delayed beyond its target date, but the series remains optimistic about it. Well, I don't know how quick it will be, but the whole situation is important to us. Okay, Penske Entertainment President and CEO Mark Miles said during a news conference Monday morning to announce IndyCar's NTT title sponsorship. Motorsport Games has spent a lot of money, we know that, a lot of effort, we'll see about that, to create an IndyCar title. What we've seen of that effort, which is not, I don't even know what what does this mean, by the way? What we've seen of that effort, which is not completely obvious, is very reassuring. What does that even mean? Because when you say what we've seen of that effort, which is not completely obvious, that means that the effort isn't obvious. Or am I reading that wrong? Am I reading that wrong? Does anyone know? Am I wrong about that? Because that means that they are having doubt about the effort, but then they say it's very reassuring. I don't know. Seems a little bit weird there. I think it's going to be outstanding. That's our shared objective. That when it is released, it is widely accepted, a great credit both to IndyCar Racing, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, something that our fans love. They still have hope. They still have hope. But there's no proof to that hope. And I'm starting to doubt Because the freaking games aren't even being made. They're not being released. There's nothing. I'm just getting annoyed. I am getting annoyed. Very annoyed. I wish we had an IndyCar title 10 years ago, said Miles, who has been working with the organization since 2013. We've been close, but we've had these speed bumps. IndyCar is hopeful that the Motorsport Games edition will be ready at the start of 2024. Miles hinted that a beta version, beta versions could be unveiled to reporters ahead of time to begin to show the progress in a narrow way to make sure we've got it right, to test the progress so that we're ready when they're ready. It's been nearly 18 years since the release of a most recent IndyCar video game for console or PC. We better get it right, Miles said. It's something we're very close to and continue to think about what is to make sure we get it over the line in due course. Here's my thing about this. Anytime Motorsport Games releases something like a statement or marketing or something, they're going to get a ton of hate. And it's rightfully so, because they have absolutely no trust in the racing community whatsoever, okay? It's also IndyCar and NASCAR that are allowing this. It's also IndyCar and NASCAR that signed the exclusive licensing agreements. It's up here. Where is it? I can't show that stupid motorsport Supercross thing. Somewhat compounding delay is IndyCar's license for iRacing expired at the end of 2022 season because of its exclusive agreement with Motorsport Games. And right there, exclusive agreement. That is why it's not on iRacing anymore. If it was still on iRacing, I guess fine. I mean, iRacing's expensive in itself, but I guess fine, right? But that's the thing. There's nothing NASCAR-wise because it's exclusive. There's nothing IndyCar-wise because it's exclusive. And there's no game being made. There's no... I'm just so annoyed by this. The situation is so volatile right now. It's so unpredictable. It's predictable in a way where you predict things are going to go wrong, but it's unpredictable because you don't know what will go wrong, how it will go wrong, when it will go wrong. And this is, I mean... So now I'm essentially planning for a whole year of no new content. Nothing. No new. Maybe Formula One, but we all know Formula One doesn't really get a lot of recognition on this channel. So like I can't really do Formula One. So I'm preparing for a second year in a row with no new content. And what are you doing for 2 freaking years? Like, this is so stupid. This is getting so stupid. I'm really, really frustrated with the whole situation because there is nothing we can do about it. Because NASCAR is getting paid, IndyCar is getting paid, and Motorsport Games is able to burn through money like there's no tomorrow, and they're still okay somehow. What can we do? What can we do? Just sit here and wait. Just keep sitting and waiting. And stop with the nonsense of 2K and EA. It ain't happening. It's never going to happen. They're not going to take it up. They don't want it. They don't care. NASCAR is not like that. EA is not going to pick NASCAR up. They have F1. 2K don't care. And if you want anything 2K would do, they would just throw a casino in it anyways. It's not... Third, AAA gaming, other than a few developers... like a few really good developers, AAA gaming in racing and in just natural, in normal AAA, genres is so filled with nasty garbage right now. The business practices and how people are going about everything is about money. Every single decision is about money and not about what people want to play. And this is getting really freaking annoying. I'm tired of this crap.